Guys, it's Kendra. So I was requested to do a grocery haul and talk about what we do to stay in budget for groceries every week. So what I'm going to do is actually walk you through how I make our grocery list each week. That's really the thing that usually keeps me in budget. So right here I actually have a website pulled up called Our Groceries, but they actually have an app that is free that my husband and I got on our iPhones. This app is awesome, and I'm not sponsored at all, but this app, we were getting so frustrated because we would make a grocery list on the side of the fridge, but then, if you want to run to the grocery store on your way home or something, that list is sitting on the fridge. So we wanted one that we could share with each other at all times, so it was always updated, and then one that we could keep on our phones. So this is it. It's called Our Groceries app, and when you click on it, it's actually shared. You can share it with people. So for example, my husband has the app too, and we can add things to this list together. So if he's, away at work and I'm away at work in two different places and he thinks of something that he didn't put on the grocery list, he just hops on his phone, pops it on the grocery list, and I can see it. So if you can look right down here under shopping lists, we've got a grocery list, a packing one for when we travel, a Robert to-do list, and then just a normal to-do list. This one's usually mine. So up here I'm going to click on grocery lists. And when we click on here, when I type in, one thing we get almost every week is milk. So what I do is I type in the name, and on the app it is so user-friendly. I mean, it doesn't even pop up this little box. It just starts entering it in. It will give me the two options of different milks I've gotten, and I just put in general milk. And as you look, it will add it at the top right here. And as I'm looking at my app on my phone, it added it on there too. So if you wanted to do it online, it looks like you could, and it'll update to your phone. Alright, so let's start looking at what I actually did for our grocery list this week. What I do is I usually break it down by day, and we go shopping once a week, so that means I've got to get groceries for 6 full days and at least a lunch the next day before I go to the grocery store again. So basics we need that I get every single week are milk, which always gets added to the list. I also, every week I get us bananas. We have them with breakfast or with lunch, and then I always get an additional fruit on top of bananas. This week we wanted some apples, and I just go ahead and add those on there. I know we need those, so I get them right away. Another thing that we often need every week or every other week that I always check on is bread, sandwich bread, and so that's one that we added on there. Now, once I've got down the basics that I know we need every week, that's when I start planning out other meals. So, for example, as a teacher, I'm at school all day. I need to plan out my breakfast, something quick I can eat on the go, and then I usually have either leftovers or sandwich for my lunch. So once I've got bread and anything else I need to make a sandwich that day, we're good. So let's see. Today is Friday. We actually had a snow day today, so I was able to do this for you guys. And so I started planning out meals for tomorrow, which is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and next Friday, which is 7 days of full meals. And I went through my cabinets and my refrigerator and my freezer and checked what I had that could make a dinner meal for each of those days. Now, many of these items can make more than one meal, so I start with dinners first. So we have a salad mix in there already, so one night could be salads, so that's one of the 7 days out. We've got 6 left. Another thing we had in our fridge, we have quite a few pizzas in there because I hit up a sale on them, so one of those nights could be pizzas, if not 2. Another thing that I always have in our freezer that we have right now, I have frozen chicken breasts, which means that could be a meal with some sides one day. We also have chicken nuggets and fries, which were already in our freezer. We actually restocked our chicken nuggets, so I'll go ahead and add those. We actually call those chickadees. So that's another day, which leaves us, I believe, with about 4 days left. Another meal we often like is pressed sandwiches, which we just need sandwich items for, and like chips and things. And when I was going through our cabinets, yet again, I noticed we probably need to restock bread, and then we also needed some more chips. And so on top of that, that left us with about 2 to 3 meals left. But like I said, number one, we have some things that can be done multiple times in a week. Like twice a week, if you spread it out on certain meals, isn't that bad. For example, we have 3 frozen pizzas in the freezer, and so I was like, okay, 2 nights this week spread out, we'll do pizza, and then the other remaining day that we had left, we could do another sandwich night. So that ended up making 7 dinners, okay? So I know that's set. 5 days out of this week, I know I'm going to be at school, so I'll just eat leftovers, which could be leftover pizza, or it could be something else. And then the only other thing I was thinking of as far as meals, just in case we got tired of a repeat meal, was potato soup. I make this all the time, especially in Iowa where it's very cold. Soup is a very nice thing. So I already had potatoes I had gotten on sale. Milk we were already purchasing, and then all of my other ingredients I already had in our fridge, so the only thing I wanted to get were some biscuits to go with it. My husband loves these Red Lobster biscuits. They're so good. But that's for my loaded baked potato soup. And then other than that, we have a friend who's coming to stay with us for the weekend, so I wanted to get a few little snacks. I wanted to get some baby carrots, and we both love hummus, so I wanted to get some hummus. We also have some tortilla chips left over, so I was like, oh, well, let's get some salsa or something to go with that. So we got some mild salsa. We also thought maybe it wouldn't be enough, so we got one more bag of chips, but that's already included in there. And then also sometimes we like to make a cheese board, and so I wanted to make sure we had enough cheese. We had some, but I just wanted to make sure we had some. We call that fancy cheese. And then I wanted one fruit to go with that on the cheese board, and I decided on blackberries because I love them, and after looking at our grocery ad, I noticed they were on sale. So once we move from there and I've got the basic ideas of what we want, I kind of ask my husband if he needs anything or anything that he would like to add in. One thing he was running low on that he let me know about, he likes peanut butter crackers. And so we added some of those to the list. He likes to take them, you know, on the go for snacks. Some other things that he said we might need. He wanted some orange juice. It's, like I said, really cold outside and kind of flu season, so he's been trying to crank in some vitamin C. So orange juice, we added that to the list. And then after checking through my ads, my husband really enjoys these steamer meals that you can get at their grocery store. I think they're Healthy Choice. They're really good, and they were actually running a sale on them. They're usually 4 for $10, but this week they were 4 for $9, and they're never that low. So we were going to do 4 of those, and they are Healthy Choice steamers. So we got 4 of those. Alright, so once I've put that all together, I kind of go in with an idea of how much this is going to cost me. So, really quick, I am going to pause and I am going to show you guys what we picked up. I already put it all away, but you're going to be able to see the stuff that we got. Hi guys! Alright, time for the grocery haul portion of the video. Right now you're in my kitchen, obviously, so let me do a little 360 so you can see everything. If you look behind me right here, we've got our window, and then here is our fridge, some cabinets around our sink. And it's a fairly small kitchen because we live in a small apartment. Fruit, we keep some food up there, which we're going to go over. And then if you look over here behind me, it's our living room. So really quick, I wanted to go over with you guys what we actually purchased and show you what it looks like. Some things that we got, which I already mentioned previously. We got some more bananas, and we got some apples here. And that was basically it for fresh produce other than stuff I've kept in the fridge. For the cheese board, if we go up into the cabinets here, this is where we keep a lot of our snack food and like bread and things. So right here, we were running low on goldfish, which I forgot about until my husband said something. So we went ahead and got some more goldfish too. We like to snack on those sometimes instead of chips. We already had crackers. We got another loaf of bread, so we should be set for bread even after next week, which is awesome. Won't need to add that to the list. Right here we've got some crackers. My husband told me that he needed more crackers, so we got some more of those. We already had enough for granola bars, so we just left that as is. And then this other stuff is things that I got when they were on a big sale, maybe over the summer or something like that, because I knew the expiration date would be far away. So it was something I felt comfortable adding to my list to keep to eat. As I said earlier, we had some tortilla chips. So I wanted to get some salsa and stuff for my friend when she comes. We also got one more bag of tortilla chips while we were there, just in case. And if I go to the other cabinet, you can see the rest of the chips. There's the ones that are already open. And then here are the 2 new bags of chips we got right here. If you look at the rest of my cabinet, this isn't stuff we purchased, but this would be my coffee area, where I keep my sugar and stuff. These airtight containers are amazing. I'm going to show you some more of those. I also keep our popcorn in there, candy stash from Christmas. Woohoo! And I also keep our cereal in an airtight container. It lasts so much longer. It's awesome. So those are the snack foods we got. And then I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go slow. And we're going to head over to the freezer first. We really didn't need to get much for the freezer this week because we already had some things, like I mentioned in our list part. We already had pizza, so we didn't need to worry about that. So the only things we actually got for the freezer this week, we got chicken nuggets, huge bag of them. We love these. Put them in salads. We eat them on their own. I love them. And then also we got 4 of these Healthy Choice steamers. My husband loves them for lunches. And sometimes I take them for a quick lunch too, but they are very good. And they were actually on sale. They're usually 4 for $10, but this week they were 4 for $9, which never happens, so we got 4. And then we're going to go down to the fridge. So when we go down to our fridge here, we're going to look at the top shelf first. Right here, I got some blackberries for a cheese board for when my friend visits. We already had some peach salsa that we got as a gift. Down here on our second shelf, we had milk. Behind that is my box of flour. We have our thing of water. This is something we purchased this week, was a gallon of milk. We also purchased some carrots to go with some hummus that I got. And we got some fresh salsa, and I really like big chunks of veggies in my salsa. This is practically pico de gallo. I love it. And then I also like to get the hummus with everything, basically. This is from Hy-Vee. It's really good. And then if we go down to the bottom, none of this was bought this week because this is stuff I only get when it's on sale. My husband did need another thing of Mr. Pibb, which I did not know until we got to the store. So that's why that is there. My sodas are already stacked up right here, and then we have Gatorades. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of drinking soda, but I get 1 a day, and I like it. So I guess there's definitely worse things I could be drinking. And then if we go down here to the bottom, this is labeled as our fresh store, but this is actually where we keep our meats and cheeses. We already had summer sausage and stuff for our cheese board, and we already had ham for sandwiches. The only thing I got in here was a new thing of cheese for a cheese board. I love this cheese. If you've never had it before, you should go to your cheese counter. It's really good. We get fancy cheese, what we call fancy cheese, about every other week, and this is one of our favorites. And then that was about it. The only other thing we need to get, I already had all my ingredients for potato soup, but we needed biscuits. My husband loves these biscuits to go with his cheddar soup. So if you look up here, the biscuits are right here. And that is it. That's my grocery tour. Or my grocery haul. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you later. Bye.